All right, we back, and we just saw A Quiet Place, day one. Thoughts?
You know, I got to do my thing.
Yeah, man, why don't you prepare?
A woman named Sam, I didn't know that was her name, finds herself trapped in New York City during the early stages of an invasion by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. This is the prequel to the Quiet Place movies, I guess.
Series. I mean, I don't know.
Prequel, but yet they have one
And
character from the other.
this is day
Who
one.
was that? Who was the one character?
The black African dude. I forgot his name.
Oh, Jimon Hansu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
in
in
the
the
other
other one.
What?
Yeah.
He was in Quiet Place.
One?
Nah. Second
follow-up,
one, whenever they
I
were on
think.
the island or something.
Anyways. So this is day one.
I recognize that.
The aliens come and invade, and we follow a girl with cancer,
Sam.
I guess.
Yeah.
And you know,
Hijinks
we
ensue.
don't want to get into spoilers just yet, but overall,
Man,
that
I know,
was
you already
amazing.
know what's gonna happen.
I
feel
don't know. We give it a couple minutes.
This
before
movie
we
is
do that.
usually like this series of films is very like transparent. I feel like there's really
Yeah.
never anything that's like,
It was
"Ooh, I didn't
very-
see that coming."
It was very small. Quiet, no pun intended. Very simple.
Very
It had a
simple.
powerful meaning.
Powerful
a powerful
message.
message. There we go.
And
Quiet and powerful.
I thought it was a masterpiece. I loved it. I
Oh,
think it was
wow.
the best of the series.
Wow,
Masterpiece.
why
With a
not? Let's
masterpiece?
chill out with all
Yeah.
that.
I'll give it about a 7 out of 10.
Nah, we're not there yet.
I mean,
Wow.
we
No,
can throw
that,
them out.
That really hit me. Like,
I'm on. Can we just
every-
throw our ratings out?
Hey,
I mean,
you
he
know
already
what?
started. Let's
There was
just rate
almost
it.
one star through that whole movie.
Rate it real
They-
quick.
They had 4 legs.
Rate it.
oh man,
Rate it real
already.
quick. Just rate it, and we'll
I mean, 9. It's the best. 9.5. It's the best movie. That
Oh
I've
my
9.5.
God! I gotta give it a. You're gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna give it a
I almost fell
6.5.
asleep.
Yeah,
I
6.5
was
for
like,
me.
I was with her the whole time. I was feeling the emotions of her father. She gave the jacket to that dude. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but it had its highs, but it was not all high.
It was not all high.
It was not all high. It was.
I guess the one downside I will say is that cat is not a normal cat.
That cat was
No, not
annoying.
at all.
Oh my God.
That cat is either
A
the
devil.
fucking quietest, calmest cat in the world,
Yeah.
or a
I
fucking
know.
alien.
This thing
Or
ain't
it was like
fucking
they were trying to
meowing.
make it like a spirit guide. Like it
This
was
thing
so
ain't
much.
meowing. Like, come
That was
on, that would have
not.
been hissing
I
already.
didn't. Yeah, that wasn't the best
He
part.
would have been hissing.
Yeah, it would have been meowing. Like it didn't make
Any noise
at all.
It was just unrealistic. That cat was annoying me.
But it was a service cat. You know, maybe it was trained. I don't know, or it was an alien. Maybe it wasn't a.
Oh, some
man.
Marvel. It came from Captain Marvel.
He's
But,
my nigga.
yeah. Other than that, I thought it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I'll
I
say.
can't find any downsides to the story.
I mean, the
thought it was-
downsides were that it was taking too long and not enough was happening.
Yeah, there we go.
And like I got it really quickly what the problem was. I understood, and I kind of was at a certain point like, can we just climax this out? Like they're just drawing it out, and it's I know the monsters. They showed the monsters so much.
You know what the crazy
It wasn't
thing
even
is?
like thrilling
that monster
anymore.
looked like the same ones off of
Well, we
Stranger
know what
Things
the
where that other
monsters
guy
are,
came
'cause
from.
Oh, I know he was from Stranger Things.
Yeah, he was
Oh, the main white guy.
yeah, we call him the main white guy. Yeah, sure, we can go with that. 'Cause I think it's debatable because the other, I feel like the nurse that was in there could have been the
Oh
main
no.
guy. He died.
No, he wasn't. He died fast.
Yeah. I was like, what?
And props to that, because usually,
Takes a minute.
like
for it.
he's like a big guy, like he's a
I mean,
actor.
yeah, for sure. I
and
recognize
they
him.
killed him off, and I was like, props to you.
Man, that movie just felt like it was dragging though. It
Yeah,
started
it
to
was
get to me.
definitely dragging.
I didn't feel like I was gonna fall asleep, but I felt like I kind of want to go to sleep. So can we just wrap this up?
I don't know, like all the little scenes they had to.
But they just weren't adding to the story to me because it was so much time. And then at the very end, it was like she gives him the coat. The cat is like his service animal.
Yeah.
She passes on the torch. That could have happened any time
And that
in
boat
the last
wanted
hour.
pizza. She was gonna die. She wanted pizza.
I get it. That could have happened.
Whack that shit. No.
That could happen any time in the last hour of the film. She could have gave him that stuff, and it could have been a wrap,
It
and
was-
it wouldn't
yeah,
have changed
I mean,
anything.
Huh?
It wasn't low stakes, but it was like a very, I don't know. Yeah, it was like a small.
It was low
a big,
stakes.
small big movie.
You know what? That was well said. That was well said. It was
Because
a small,
yes,
big
it's ending,
movie.
world-ending stakes, but at the same time, it's like, it's like her story, and
And they blew up the bridges and stuff, and
Yeah,
it was just like I feel like
that makes sense.
it did make sense, but it
But-
didn't feel like they were handling the situation well.
But the
Like,
aliens are still all
at
over the
at
world though,
beginning
so they
when
weren't isolating
she's-
nothing.
When she's looking at the person on the gramophone or whatever the fuck it is, with all the places, that were affected, and it said like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
destroy all the bridges. Like,
Yep,
yeah, it totally made
yeah.
sense.
I
to me.
guess. That one was rough for me though. I don't know. It just there wasn't enough beats in that, and everything was so drawn out.
I don't know, the acting. It made you appreciate the acting.
And I did
which is
appreciate
great.
the acting, but there was not enough happening for the simple fact that it was so quiet.
Even
When you remove
that's
dialogue,
me,
I
that's-
needed other things.
That's what it is, though.
And I get it, but I
mean,
feel
you
like
had-
the other movies had so much more meat and so many more different storylines happening. You know what I mean? It's like I was following a couple of different characters, even though it was just that main family. They had neighbors, they had people who were coming to mess them up. Like, it was just a lot of other things going on.
That's true.
And this movie was just this one girl walking through like the city looking for pizza. That was literally the whole movie, and it wasn't that exciting to me.
I don't know. There's a lot of foreshadowing with the puppet, the marionettes.
There was, and I liked the conceptually.
The lights going off, the generator going, and the dude, getting. I mean, yeah, like.
But that was all the beginning of. That's what I'm saying. It started out like at full speed, and then it slowed down for way too long for me, and then it kind of ramped up for that end. But like when they're under the water,
When did it slow down?
I felt like it slowed down before they got into that water, like kind of when they met and they left the house, and before they get into the underwater situation and all of that, like, and they go to the church and all, like, that was all just so unneeded to me.
Yeah.
Even them showing like the monsters eating their
little
food.
missions that you have to go on.
And
that
I
the guy
feel
has to-
it, but it didn't matter. It had
reminded
no.
me of, like,
What was the
Last of
benefit?
Us.
What was
Last
the
of
benefit
Us.
to the story? That he went off on that mission to get. He got her some medicine, but nothing happened that really developed the story to me. Because she ended up dying anyway. Spoiler. But it's like nothing.
They got that. Their mission was for her
Get
to
pizza.
to get pizza to like.
But that just
she
wasn't.
I don't
Yo,
know, she wanted meaning.
that wasn't
That's
intriguing
literally-
enough for me.
Literally it.
And it
She
wasn't
found meaning.
poetic. It wasn't poetic at the end where like maybe something happened with the pizza or something. You know what I mean? It just was so. I don't
Just
know.
stale pizza. I don't know. Like her dad died of cancer. And
She was gonna die of cancer, but she took some agency, you know. But still, it just wasn't enough going on for me.
And like, yeah, she really hated that home. That wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. That, like, they didn't really care for her. She was sick of it.
Well,
Like,
they got the nurse did.
He
Not
did.
really.
Yeah, he did.
really.
He definitely did, and that was illustrated very much
And I
that
was
he
mad
cared.
that you cut him down like that.
I also
You're not my
that
friend.
You're a nurse. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn.
because he obviously cared. You know what I mean? And she was taking it some type of way because he was saying we can't get pizza because we finna die. Like, I don't know. It wasn't a bad movie.
maybe I just was. I don't know.
You
It
removed.
wasn't bad, but would I watch it again? No.
I wouldn't watch it
do-
again.
Like, the feelings
Yeah.
I had, you can't take that away from me.
And I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that was a rough one for me.
I
Only
I
because
felt
I'm comparing it to the other films, and maybe I shouldn't do
I'm
that.
not.
Yeah.
You don't have to have any knowledge of the other films.
You don't, but I did. I do have
In
that
fact-
knowledge.
In fact, it might be better if you don't.
It might be because those movies are better standalone films, in my personal opinion. And I just cared
there wasn't
about
a lot
their
of,
journey
like,
more.
You know, engineering or like figuring out ways to get out of shit. Maybe there wasn't a ton.
And
of,
I'm like, yo, why are you so afraid if you actually know how these things move?
Well, I like they use the car horns and the to get
But
out of shit.
you saw how easily that worked. Why weren't they just always? Why didn't they have devices that would just pop,
Dude,
shoot a
it's
rock
day
over there?
one, bro.
I get it, but we were way past day. It just was called day one, but we was
We
like
got
4 or 5 weeks
months,
into this.
not even a month in.
You know what? I will say, yeah, like she got food for the cat. Like I wanted to see how they would actually survive in those days.
Man, and how come the church never got hit? How come all these places never got hit?
Right.
It's like
I mean-
I would have had a bunch of light bulbs that I would just throw, and they would
What,
shatter,
everyone
and it
was
would send
walking
everything.
together to the ocean,
And that
because
was
why the fuck
absolutely
did they do
so
that?
stupid. Oh my God. That was the one point I'm sitting there waiting like, can you just monster just come and eat these people?
Yeah,
They did.
Like, yes, they definitely did.
I mean, what would you do in that? I mean, the government was up there with in helicopters, fucking.
But you thought that the monsters couldn't get to him.
Yeah, they were trying to lure him away. Which,
Yeah.
yeah,
Which
that
made
was-
sense,
that
but it was like,
happening.
oh, even like the boat situation. Why wouldn't you have two boats? One that's up there making noise to keep the monsters there, and then one that's actually scooping people up off the coast. Like, you know what I mean? It didn't make sense. Anyone who saw the boat was getting killed.
That would have been crazy if they would have went underneath that broken bridge and they just dropped from the bridge and jumped onto
I
the boat.
swear, I thought they were
like,
gonna do that. I was like, oh, they're gonna get them.
oh, yeah, they gotta get them.
What you mean?
With Godzilla, I mean, they were a little pretty smart about how they lured Godzilla. You know.
Oh yeah. You know, but okay. Another thing is, I like if this is like a suspense movie, and in the other films, I feel like they kind of kept the monsters. It was suspenseful.
I liked how you. I mean,
but you
I liked
saw
how you
them.
saw them.
But
like,
you saw them
cool.
so much.
You saw the inside with the little
and that was
mirror
cool.
ear.
But what did it mean?
It means they can't see and they can
Jack.
hear real good.
What did it mean? It didn't even have a moment later where he's like, okay, I was this close to it. And that's what I thought they were going to do is I saw the anatomy of this thing and then I'm going to kill one. I thought that's where that was going to go. And it just was like all these story strands that, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Hey, cool visual effects. They gave us that. They gave us the full, like, this is how it works.
But it didn't matter.
I thought he was going to put his hand in there.
I thought he was going to kill it. And like, I like that they did go a little bit deeper into the monsters, like when they were eating out of their like pods.
Yeah, because they were eating that fucking alien food shit.
But it was like, what did that mean? How did they grow it?
The cat was also eating that, so I think the cat's a fucking alien.
I don't think the cat was eating that.
It was. It
licked it.
It was
It
licking
licked it. But it just licked it like to make the audience more be like, yeah, what is this? It was like a
curiosity kills the cat.
Curiosity thing, yeah. It wasn't even trying to like eat
cats are
aliens.
curious.
I don't know. It was getting in.
It wasn't, because they had to break open that coconut for them to eat their alien coconut.
And see, that's what I like. It's like there's all this lore. You don't necessarily need to explain it all.
And you don't, but I mean, don't you having scenes that are, I don't know. And the guy's character was relatively annoying to me. He was cool, I guess, but
he's scared. He's all alone, you know.
I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, at least keep his British accent this time.
This time.
Well, because in Stranger Things, he was American, so they.
No, I did not. I haven't seen him in Stranger Things.
He was pretty damn good. He was actually a popular character. Remember, Doja Cat tried to get at him because of that.
No, bro, I know nothing of Stranger Things.
Well, now you get him.
He's the first thing I know of Stranger Things is you saying this. It did have Stranger Things. Those monsters remind me of those things I've seen on posters.
Oh, that's a Doomer girl. I know what
Last of Us. Have you played that? Did you?
Nope.
Chris?
No, I know of it, and I still haven't watched the show either.
So maybe that's why.
That's the fungus, though.
It had that.
He was bridging the gaps. Yeah, I don't know. It was rough for me though. I did like it.
Cool cast. I give it that.
Cool cast. But
Powerful meaning.
And y'all know I don't like to see black characters die neither. And I'm just like, come on.
Hey,
I know a lot of people with cancer, and maybe that hits me.
Yeah.
I do too, and that still didn't.
And then they gotta hit her hard because her friend from Black Panther. Well,
Yeah, I thought about that actually while I was watching. I thought about that. Like, she was like, let me do this role to honor him or something.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. That was probably just me adding extra. That was extra in my head. Chadwick Boseman died of cancer, and she was also in Black Panther, and we were just making a bridge that doesn't exist.
I'm not following. That's irrelevant.
It is. That was irrelevant.
Was it?
I think so. I don't think it had no connection. I know, unless she personally felt like let me bring some awareness to this.
Like, how come our character had to have cancer? I don't get that part. Like,
she was great.
She was great. I think it would have been fine if she didn't have it. It wouldn't have changed much of the story.
This could be like an Academy Award because like her face, she didn't do a lot of talking, but she did a lot of face acting. So. And
I can agree, they did do a lot of different types of acting.
But she did that same facial expression she did in what was that? Us.
Us, yeah.
I'm like, this kind of reminded me of that.
It did have a lot of Us vibes, but it was just because of her.
Yeah.
I wanted to like it more. I truly did, and I thought the story was going to go in some different directions, and it never made it there.
Maybe your expectations were.
They were too high. They were off. Not too high. That's not even the right way to say it. They were off. You're right. Because I just thought it would be something else.
Me, maybe not, but like Cloverfield Lane. It was a very
Cloverfield,
small, it was a very where they were trapped. With the
that was John Goodman?
Yeah.
That one was fire though. And
I guess she had to be like intuitive, or like she had to like use a lot of skills. So yeah.
I don't know. Man. I wanted it to be different. That's all. That's all it was. I just wanted it to be different. And maybe it was just because I wanted it to be the other movies, but this isn't that.
I mean, in some way, it was different because it started as a noisy city.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, they think about it. They have two movies where they have to think of, and also it's been years and years. This is like, again, day one. So I feel like all the creative stuff, you've kind of already
They burned it all out in
Yeah.
the first movie. Well, then don't make another one.
Yeah, I mean, that could be said for a lot of.
It could
lot of
be.
stuff.
And I was thinking that while I was sitting there watching it, like, did they need to do this again?
And that's why it wasn't really
Yeah,
about that. It was
you know why?
it was a fucking
Money?
story. It was a fucking not a love story, but it was a. you
It
know,
was
a
almost
story.
like a love story, though. I can actually go for that. It wasn't even like a love, though, like romantic. It was more like a love, like brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
How everybody was kind of coming together. Even like the little hand grab at the end under the boat. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
we're in this together kind of thing. Like,
Come on, brother.
those were the vibes.
Yeah.
You're safe. I'm safe?
Jesus.
That's.
I was wiping the cat going
That's
like,
acting.
meow.
Capital A
The
acting.
cat gonna get a meow in on.
I know. Yeah, that cat was. Yeah, that was the. I didn't like the
Most-
cat.
Even when my guy is like down there, he comes out the water, and like that was never even
Cat, man.
explained. I guess we don't need to explain
Oh,
it.
he has
But
some type of weird anxiety
Yeah.
about water.
he comes out the water, he looks at the cat, and then the cat, he just is like, let me just follow this cat. It's like, I kind of,
first time.
yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of understood what he was saying, but at the same
Fucking
time, it was also
meet
like,
cute. It's a meet cute.
it was like, okay, bro. All right.
The spirit showing him the way.
Yeah, I think that's what he took it as. It was like the cat was God now.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it wasn't crappy. It was just,
I'm still sticking with my vote.
I gotta stick with mine too. And I don't want to rate it that low. I'm not gonna change
Actually,
it.
what other movie did we see? I think we did see a really good movie earlier in the year that might be better. Was it Furiosa?
We did see Furiosa.
That was pretty
Oh.
good. But
That was an action-packed film,
Yeah.
and this was not an action-packed film. Like,
Wait,
and it was an action-packed film, but I felt like they could have done more with things like the stampedes of those things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We could have seen some different kinds of scenes of that. And it's like we saw the stampede a lot, but we never really saw it have that much relevance to the very, very end.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like that was something to play with at least. You know what I mean? Like on some Lion King, like they gotta make it through the stampede.
Yeah, the last scene
was
basically that.
kind of like that. I guess.
'Cause he made
I
the
guess.
noise. He kicked the fucking can.
Yeah,
There
we
was some
saw-
weird stuff happening with stuff seeming louder and other things seeming not as loud.
I
you know what
agree.
mean?
It was a little
Yeah,
inconsistent, but it was for the movie, you know.
Hey, for the movie.
Yeah.
But if we make a little,
Yeah. I'm talking to you, but as soon as I accidentally hit this can, now they're all coming.
and it has me thinking like, what?
I think there's science
like
to it though. I bet they did have a decibel thing that was actually like, okay,
decibel-
this
oh,
creates
yeah, they did
this,
have
this
the New
creates
York
that.
has this
Yeah.
type of decibel.
Yeah. I
I
think
guess
there was probably some
that's
science
a nice
to it.
message too, where it's like,
Shut the hell up.
you know, hearing New York in complete silence at the end was kind of beautiful. I mean, maybe the last scene was really good in my opinion.
I also like the last scene. You know, I don't like to see black characters. I like to see black characters go out, but I thought it was a good
You
scene.
didn't.
One saw
If you
one
don't see
go
the
out.
body, maybe she.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
true. We
Yeah,
like that in
alright.
movies. If you didn't see him die,
Okay, but yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
No, but no, I
This
thought
ain't that kind of movie.
Just unplugging the stereo and yeah, just exactly.
I thought it would have been more
that
of a
was
sentimental. She would
beautiful.
have played a song that her
That her
dad
dad-
played on the piano. I
I
thought that's
was
out of the
it.
way.
I thought that was what it was.
No, it wasn't. That was
Yeah, I know
Nat
it was
King
a real
Cole.
song, but maybe that has some connection.
Maybe her
to it.
dad played it on the
Played
but
it,
they didn't
yeah.
illustrate that.
illustrate
So
that at all. Yeah, I was like, real. I thought she was about probably go back to the bar and play on the
and play
piano.
on, I thought she was gonna go play on the piano. I was
that-
like, this is gonna be
that would've been
excellent.
That would have
That would've
been.
been
I'm like, oh.
I thought that's why she stayed.
Yep.
Was to go
Go
back
back
and.
play the
Maybe
piano.
she can't play the piano.
Oh,
I mean, the way she did that on the piano, I was like, okay.
All right, so they all
Yeah,
would have
no,
died.
I feel like they just, I don't know.
They missed so many opportunities. To do
Yeah,
something
that- yep.
would've been
But to
more
be able to
sentimental.
be in the street,
Yeah,
and see it in
it
the
would have been
background.
more sentimental. Like, they could have done that so
All
much
right,
better.
fine.
Okay, hero, you want to go on the
Maybe,
street?
yeah. I still thought it was great, but
It was a
maybe
good
at night,
movie. It
maybe
just,
at
it wasn't a standout bomb movie like that I wanted it to be. You know, my little nephew yesterday was like, "Yeah, they can't talk. I don't think he's gonna be that good." And it turned out like he wasn't too far off the mark.
Yeah,
He would have fallen
it's
asleep.
it's
in
not a
that.
very like entertaining in that sense, like in action.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was action. And that's what was like weird about it, is because I feel like it was kind of an action thriller, but the
We
action
did see
just
somebody
wasn't.
get murdered.
It wasn't doing it.
Besides when people getting
Also,
killed.
with these aliens, don't you think that they could use some type of echolocation to actually see
They were using
humans?
echoes. That's what they're. Oh yeah, I don't
Be
know.
like-
I don't think
Isn't
they
that
had
isn't
eyes.
that the? But that's the thing that they use, like the
echo,
dolphin
yeah.
thing.
in the other movies, right?
I don't know. I just
No, they're using echolocation. You hear them clicking?
echolocation. Yeah.
But why can't they see? Like, couldn't human skin be easier to sense by sense?
Oh, because it bounced back.
Because I thought that's what that sound was. I thought they were going like,
to see like the vibration.
yeah. But I guess
So it's like you're literally, the dude was literally like
like
2
right
feet.
there, and they couldn't
Yeah.
even find it. But it was touching that thing, and I didn't understand why was it. I never saw them really do that kind of stuff before. It was like they were just doing things just to be suspenseful.
Yeah.
Like when it like touched the dead body, it was like, how did you know that was even a thing? It's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah,
like, what? I don't know. There was a lot of
Yeah,
weirdness.
yeah.
They were just
I
kind of
will-
doing
I'll
whatever.
agree, yeah. I like the design of him. The little,
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah,
hooves,
I
the
did like the
horse-
design.
Horse hooves.
Because it looked like aliens. I liked the
Like a
intro
different
when they landed too. That was a good
Oh,
scene.
yeah. Oh,
like
yeah,
when
like
shooting
yeah.
in the
Because we never
sky.
saw how they
Ear.
got there. Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
again, we never saw how they got there in the other movie. So I guess.
Right.
I mean,
know.
we still, there's just meteorites, I guess.
Yeah, we really didn't see how they got there. But my question is, they didn't seem like an advanced civilization. So how do they even get off of another world to come to ours?
Yeah.
You know how? Plot.
Yeah.
I mean, and also it could be a thing where it's like they were taken from another planet. They were a problem on another planet, and they
Yeah,
just gathered
it's
them
like
up
an
and sent them
invasive
out. Yeah, like,
species.
yo, you guys just destroy everything.
How they knew that Earth had life on it.
Yeah. Invasive species.
Okay.
Maybe that's a metaphor for humans.
Well, hey.
I don't know if I see a whole bunch of shit. I don't know where I'm going. To a soundproof room. I'm sitting.
Yeah, right? Right? Yeah, I don't know. It had
What do you call
potential.
those things? Echo? No.
I know what you're talking about. It isn't. It's a
Paradox room?
I can't even think right now. I want to say echo, but echo obviously is noise. There's a something chamber, a sound
Audiology,
chamber.
yeah, something chamber. Anyway.
What is that word? Now I'm bothered by that.
Silent.
A silent chamber. A hyperbolic time chamber.
But yeah, it was cool how they said it in New York, which is like the loudest city.
Yeah, I
in the
did
world.
think that the setting was right, but I don't know.
Weren't the other movies based in New York too? Though?
I don't know where they were. They were just
Yeah,
like
yeah, it was
everywhere. They was like in,
Post-apocalypse already.
yeah, there was in farms and there was just whatever. I couldn't even tell. Yeah, I wanted to love it, but it just was what it was.
Anechoic chamber.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah. So it is like it's no echo chamber and a code.
Anecho. Opposite of echo, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm gonna say my rating stands to it, the 6.5.
How about you?
8.
Oh, he raised it. I like that.
Wait, did I? Oh yeah. I'm like, wait, hold
Hey,
up.
I'll take
Okay, yeah, we get
9.
that.
I'll do 9.
Okay,
Maybe, yeah.
it'll land at about a 7-ish thing.
I guess.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'll do it on emotion. I had a good time.
And it's not that I didn't have a good time. I just felt like there was so many scenes that were just happening.
It was kind of random how he just did a magic trick for no reason.
All right, that moment was kind of touching.
It was
And
touching,
I
but like,
agree.
it's
the
like
move,
it came out
the
of
moment
nowhere.
was,
Like she
it
saw
did,
cars
yes.
and it was like
The moment
okay.
was touching, but it was like,
Why?
so
Yeah, like, all right.
you know, that was just added in there to like make
Her
you
dad was a
connect with them.
pianist, not a
Yeah,
musician.
bro.
He's a different, he was not a magician. He was a musician.
I mean, you gotta do something. They gotta do something that.
I thought he was
doesn't
just trying to make
sound.
her happy. Yeah. And also, at the end, maybe this also contributed to my rating was, I thought he was gonna go back and try and help her,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and
too,
not
like,
just leave her to die after she did kind of save him.
Yeah.
Kind of
Wanted to die. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I did get that she wanted
She
to die.
said she wanted to go after pizza, and then they had agreement.
Yeah, yep, they had an agreement. So I got it, but I kind of felt like, you know, when I saw other people on the boat and they were that close, it was almost
Yeah.
like, well, then let's just
Get
finish
her.
this. Yeah. Why don't we just do what she did, pick up 4 things and just throw them periodically
Yeah.
as we go towards the water?
Yeah.
You know, and I felt like the thing was maybe that she didn't have the strength to swim. We saw that
Maybe, yeah.
in the water she was kind of useless too,
Yeah.
the same way the monsters were.
She did she die for a second or did she drown? I don't know.
It looked like she was like drowning because she couldn't like, you know, the camera was
Well, if
letting
you think
was
about
saying
it-
she
Now
was
think
drowning.
about it.
Maybe he kicked the can on purpose so that she wouldn't die right away. You know.
Well, I'll say no. But maybe I'll have hope. Let's have hope that that's
Because
what
otherwise
happened.
she would have died.
He
right
did
then
do a
and
good
there.
run though. I did like that last run scene.
Tom Cruise.
It was very Tom Cruise.
Very Tom Cruise.
When's that part 2 coming on? No, I think about that. When are all the
Oh,
part
yeah,
2s coming
isn't
out?
that-
There's Spider-Man, there's Tom
Oh, yeah,
Cruise, all the movies.
they're all leaving us hanging.
Yeah, this movie though, I don't think I need another Quiet Place after that.
No.
I'm not. I don't know.
mean, yeah.
Unless they can get creative with it in some way, shape, or form, I don't need to see that. If it's like Quiet
They're
Place,
probably doing
Aliens,
it. They're
then
probably
okay.
doing it. Yeah.
But I don't think I need
if I had
another
to
one.
bet, I think they might make another one.
I think that you might be
Day-
right. Day 100.
Yeah.
But I don't need to see that no more. I think that was a. And they almost spoiled the monsters too much for me. Where it was like, I saw it just so much that it didn't even feel like. It felt like they were trying to make a
Yeah.
monster
Like
movie.
the other ones, you never really seen them that much.
And it was just the
Yeah,
suspense of don't make any
And
noise.
it's the whole Godzilla thing where actually the less you see it, the scarier.
The scary,
it is.
exactly. That's the Godzilla thing, bro. That's like
I mean, yeah.
historically.
Yeah.
That's just a thriller movie. You don't want to always keep showing the monster. That's like an Alfred Hitchcock technique,
right,
bro.
right. Yeah.
Probably somebody
True.
did it before him, low key. But
Yeah. This is caveman.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, it wasn't not a bad movie, but I just expected something different. I'm sure that all the critics loved it. I'm sure this got great rave reviews.
It did.
Yeah, I could tell it was one of those type of
did.
movies, but even the fact that Lupita Nyong'o was in it was enough, I'm sure, for them to give it rave reviews.
She's
And she
not-
did a good job.
She's not in anything that
It wasn't the acting. I'll say that. In all my qualms, none of them were the acting. All of the acting was on point.
The best actor was the cat.
Anyway.
I mean, kind of.
And the music was so like, I guess it has to be guiding because there's no dialogue,
Yeah.
but it was very like on the nose.
I did like the thunder scenes.
Oh,
was-
yeah.
I
that
like
was
the
kinda
thunder
cool.
scenes too, especially when he couldn't kick down the door. But I'm glad he got it down.
I thought it
Yeah, I'm glad he got it down ultimately. Yeah, no, it was basic though. It was basic. I'm glad it wasn't a 5-hour movie though, so
Yeah.
I can at least respect that. But yeah, I'm also glad we didn't go to that yesterday.
And, yeah, that's probably I'm curious what they would have thought.
I think Charles wouldn't have liked it.
Charles would probably been mad.
Yeah, he would have been mad.
He would have been mugged us on the way out.
Yeah.
I can see it now.
He would have been like, yeah, should have started Despicable Me 4.
Honestly, kind of curious.
I'm so honest, dude. I've been
haven't- I
seeing
don't
all the
think I've-
banners since then. Like, how would it have been in
Did I
another
see
world?
The first one? Maybe I saw the first one, but I haven't.
Well, again, hey, not bad, just not what I expected. We out.